When it comes to data analysis, which is the best file format to work with? Well, today I'm going to explore 4 commonly used file formats that are not exclusive to one program. So we have CSV, Excel, JSON, and Parquet file formats. And all these can be accessed and used across many programming environments, data platforms, and tools. And I'm not going to get too deep in the details, but I will run some metrics on speed, performance, file sizes, as well as situations where you might want to use certain formats and not others. So with that, let's just get right into it. All right, so what we're going to do first is we're going to extract a Reddit dataset from a mysqllite database. That's this right here. Now, this is the same thing here. I'm just showing you an Excel format so you can get a good feel for the data that we have here. Essentially, it's over 200,000 posts. There's lots of text here. And I'm going to test the performance on exporting speeds first. We'll also get to look at the file size when it's ultimately exported from mysqllite to whatever format. I'm going to start with CSV format first. These settings are going to be the same for the most part for the 4 of these scripts here. So the first part here, this is my database path. This is my mysqllite database right there. Reddit post is the name of the table. Output folders where I'm going to export my file. And this is my export file right here. Right here is a CSV, but I'm going to change this throughout my scripts here. And this is just an HTML report I have of my metrics of the 4 scripts. So let's run this and give it a try. Okay, we got our records here. Got all of them, all 217,926. And just under 2 minutes, that's not bad. Let's run our Microsoft Excel export now. Settings are mostly the same. Okay, what we're having here are some issues with URLs, and that's an issue sometimes with Excel files. But as we look here, it ran a bit faster, about 30 seconds faster, and the file size is a little bit smaller. Same number of records, that's good. Let's do our JSON file here, and let's see if this does any better. Wow, that was quick. 6 seconds. That is way faster. The file size is a little bit bigger, but that's okay. Let's try the Parquet format now and see how this goes. Okay, that was even faster than the JSON file, and the file size was a bit smaller too. That might have been the most efficient way to do this, but we should check out the metrics and see. But you can see that CSV here took the longest, followed by Excel, then JSON, and Parquet. Parquet also had the second lowest file size, which is great. So this actually might have been the most efficient way to do it. There's times where you might want to use one of these over the other, and so I'll get into that in a second. But for the most part, you can get a sense of how everything performed here with respect to export time and file size. Keep in mind there are many factors here, including my computer setup, other programs I have open, and so on. So your results may differ, but for the most part, I think this is what you'll see. Now let's check out our CSV file here. Now, CSVs are nice because they're simple, they're human readable, they're lightweight, you can parse these really easily, and just about every program will accept a CSV if it deals with data. It's universally used, which is nice. Now, some of the drawbacks are that one, there's no support for data types, so everything is text. File size can be a bit bigger, and then you get some encoding issues like this. So for example, this right here, this is actually just this and sign right here, but we're having an encoding issue like this. And you can change the encoding to get around that, but it's just an extra step and it's kind of annoying. Now, my number one issue with CSVs is this. So sometimes when you have a new line or you have quotes in your text data, the delimiter can get broken. So what I mean by that is there should only be one subreddit here from Army. However, you're seeing stuff like this. So I'm going to search for a sleeping bag so you can kind of see what happened. Okay, so you see how this is all messed up right here. So something broke the delimiter, the comma delimiter. So it broke right around here, this area right here. And so this kind of thing can happen with CSVs, which is annoying. Now you can do things like create text qualifiers or other mechanisms to prevent this from happening. But again, an extra step and it's kind of annoying. Now let's open our Microsoft Excel format here. Now we did see a problem before when we were running this in Python, and yep, here we go. And this is due to the hyperlinks, which can cause problems. Also, if you have equal signs, it might think it's a formula, and that could become a problem too. This is just something to be aware of. So you can see right there, remove some records that had hyperlinks right there. And that's just one thing we don't have to worry about. First things first, let's check to see if that subreddit column had any problems because in our CSV, the delimiter broke and messed everything up. So we have one army right here, just one topic right here, one subreddit. And so this is totally fine. So that worked out. So we don't have to worry about any of those kind of issues. Now, Excel, it's familiar, it's user friendly. A lot of people use it in business, and just about everybody has opened an Excel file at some point. And the nice thing is you can store basic data types here. So that's probably nothing new to you, but you can kind of look at the different data types right here. You can define them. You can't do that with the CSV, at least not very easily. Now, Excel is a proprietary format, so it's not ideal for automated pipelines, and you might have some limited support in non-Microsoft environments, whereas a CSV you can use just about anywhere. So definitely some trade-offs. And then also, if you have over 1 million rows, that's where it starts to max out, a little over 1 million rows. So if you have, a data set of 2 million from our mysqllite database, we'd have a problem. But right here, we're totally fine. So definitely some things to be aware of. Let's check out our JSON format here. You can open this with a text editor. Mine defaults to Visual Studio Code. That's totally fine. So the format looks a little bit daunting, but rest assured, you get used to it pretty quickly. So right here, for example, ID corresponds to band 48, the author, winter hair, and so on. So you get the sense of how this works. Now, one thing maybe we should just check right off the bat. Let's see if we had any problems with our delimiter. So I have the post, so we can search right for it. So it looks like this worked out okay. JSON format occasionally has issues with this, not as much as CSV, but this format can be broken as well, the delimiter. But looks like we didn't have any problems with this one. Now these are widely used for data APIs and web data exchange, so it's really a good idea to get familiar with JSON format for sure. And it is nice because you can read this in a text editor, where Parquet, you can't necessarily do that. Now this is a flat format right here, like something like this, that takes advantage of the JSON format's nested structure. So right here, you can see this is like a parent category of comments. So I have comment ID, the comment author, and so on. But right here, we have a metadata nest right here. And so Flare, edited, words. We can organize our data in kind of a different way here. It's kind of neat. It actually keeps you on track and more organized, I think. Definitely one of the advantages of using JSON format. Little bit of a learning curve if you're a noob, but you get used to it pretty quickly. You just gotta learn how it's set up. It's different than your typical tabular data format like Excel. Now let's check out our Parquet format here. So if we try to double click this, nothing comes to mind as the go-to app to open it. So let's use Notepad and see what it looks like. This is not readable in a text file. So we'll have to use something like Parquet Viewer, or we can actually just load it into a pandas data frame in Python. You can do either. So if you head to parquet-viewer.com, you can see the online version that's pretty easy to use. There's also some options if you want to have an app for Windows, Mac, or iOS. And yeah, you just want to run this locally on your device. This approach is better though if you have a smaller data set. As you can see, without paying, you might have some limitations. But if you just want to peek at your data, this is definitely an option. However, with just a few lines of code, you can easily just load this into a data frame with Python, R, or whatever. So let's check out our next option. So the easiest way to do this, and the cheapest, I think, is to just open a Jupyter notebook like this and just look at your data frame. So you can see you have my fields here. It looks pretty much like you'd find in an Excel style tabular data set. So you can get a feel for your data right here. And of course, if you want to see more rows, you can do that too. But that's just a cheap and easy way to do that. If you don't want to use Parquet Viewer, that's totally fine. Parquet format uses the columnar format, which is highly efficient for analytical queries and really good for big data type analyses. And you might have noticed that the file size is a little bit smaller, so it works more efficiently. It has great compression, smaller file sizes for big data sets, basically. There's no maximum number of rows either, which is great. I'm going to run 4 independent scripts here to see how long it takes to import a data set into a basic analysis. So I'm just going to do a basic count of unique values for each data field. When we're done, it'll append to the HTML table I showed you earlier. I'm going to speed right through this just so we can get right to the results. Okay, we got our CSV here. You notice how it says one subreddit here, despite the fact that we had an issue earlier with our delimiter. And Pandas is smart enough to know what was intended, which is great, where Excel wasn't. So as long as we don't convert this CSV to a different format, it should be fine. Okay, Excel clearly took a bit longer, as you can see right there. Okay, JSON format was a bit faster than Excel, but not quite as quick as the CSV right there, but that's fine. Let's check out Parquet. Oh boy, that was quick. That was less than a second even. So that was definitely the fastest. Let's check out that HTML file so we can have a better context and comparison. So we have the whole perspective here. You can look at CSV, Excel, JSON, and Parquet. And I think overall, take a look at Parquet right here. Second smallest file size, definitely the quickest. Export time was great. Analytical time was great. It won on both those fronts. I say Parquet is the winner. Keep in mind some of the limitations that we talked about earlier, especially when you want to share a data set with people who aren't maybe as data savvy as you are or just aren't as comfortable with Parquet. Anyway, let me know if you enjoyed this video or you'd like to see more like this in the future. In the meantime, I'll catch you all later. Take care.